Hey everyone, thought I'd give you a quick overview of the router sled I built. I had a couple projects going that I kind of needed one for. I saw a bunch of plans online and this is what I came up with. These linear rails I picked up at VEVOR, both sets, the long ones and the short ones going the other way. You can kind of get these whatever size you think you want. They come with the bearings. I had to drill holes in the ends to bolt these on top. And that gives you your frame of your router sled. And then to mount the router, I picked up a couple pieces of aluminum angle from, I think I got them at Menards or Fleet Farm. And then I ordered a piece of 1/2 inch plexiglass off of Amazon. And was able to run screws right into the plexiglass. You can kind of see them down there. And then I just drilled a hole in it for the router base to mount in, and then another one to mount dust collection in. And I think with the router bit I bought, which I'll see if I can get underneath there so you can see it. No, you can't really, but it's just 4 carbide tipped. I think it's a 2.5 inch router blade. And all told, without the router itself, I had less than $200 in all the parts. The one downside with this setup is you don't get a whole lot of height adjustment, just basically the travel of the router. Which, so you can see I've got it kind of, I got the rails blocked up. The last project I did was a bar top, and I just had the rails sitting right on the bench. But I needed quite a bit more height for this one, so I had to block them up. Got them on some 4x6s, just a couple clamps to hold it in place. It stays pretty steady. I'd say overall it works really well. It does. I've seen some other guys made them where they left these your cross rails here a little wide, and then they had something bolted on the outside to keep it from kind of wanting to twist and bind when you slide it. But I haven't really had any problems with that on this one. Every once in a while, it'll, if you push on one side, it'll kind of want to bind. But I usually just run it with one hand on the router like this, and then you can run it, and it generally goes pretty good. Sometimes if you're way on one side, you got to use another hand, but overall it seems to work pretty well. I've got it sitting on 2 Harbor Freight benches. They sell these benches for, I don't know what they were, 100 and something a piece, and I just put them, if you can really see, but I just put them back to back, and then took some strapping, strapped them together so they're the same height. Gave me a nice big flat spot to run this thing on. And then the other thing that's nice about this, all you have to do is take your screws out, and the whole thing kind of comes apart, and you can stick it away someplace when you're not using it. I did, on each end I ran one long bolt, and that just serves as a stop, so you can't accidentally slide your router off the end. So not a lot to it really. I think when I did this, I did make a little jig to make drilling these 4 holes easier so that they were exact to line up in the bearings there. But otherwise, seems to work pretty good. This is a piece of hackberry. It's from a tree that I cut down for a guy several years ago, and I thought this shape would be kind of cool to make like a little end table out of. So it's been sitting here for, I don't know, probably 5-6 years. Just finally got the time. It's cold out, and I thought, well, maybe I'll see if I can get this thing flattened out. You can see there's a little bit of, you can see the kind of the scalloping, I guess you'd call it, going across. And I'm sure that's because when I put this together, it's probably not exactly, it's not trammed exactly flat, but I did a big bar top that was edge glued maple or edge glued walnut, and it had this effect, but the belt sander took it right out, and so I'm not worried about that at all. So let's see if I can fire this up. I'll try and run this one-handed. We'll see how it goes. I've got set this particular router, the little measurement is in 64ths. So I'm taking a 1/16 of an inch at a pass here, and it seems to do okay, but we'll fire it up and see if I can do this one-handed. Get the dust collection on. And the dust collection on this too, I'd say it works. It doesn't work as well as I kind of hoped it would. I've seen some other designs where some guys have put like some kind of sweepers under here to help contain things. This does kind of throw, you can see I've got, you know, chips and crap everywhere, but it keeps the dust down. It does catch some of it, so overall I guess I'm sad at, you know, it works. We'll just say that. So all right, let's fire it up, see what happens. Oh, going the wrong way. It likes to cut one way better than the other. Nope. You catch it going the wrong way and it doesn't like to cut as well. Trying to watch the camera and the router at the same time here. So that's it. I've got a little ways to go to take care of that low spot there, but I've got the other side flattened out enough to put a base on it. So I think it'll turn out all right. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys the router sled and what I put together. Like I said, if you're, you know, I've got less than $200 in it, not counting the router. So it seems to work pretty good.